the very first submission that I actually reviewed, and it absolutely set the bar. It goes back to this joyful experience that I was looking for. And I live in California, and I was bummed I couldn't actually come and visit and see this in person, because watching that video made me want to come and interact with it, because it's so incredibly engaging. It's so well done. It was just beautiful.
It's worth pointing out that on the list of, as we had 65, and with respect, again, it was obviously beautifully done, but that was the first one I think that most of us watched. It as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh shit, this is what this is. I mean, it really was. It was quite stunning, and it was certainly a really exciting way to start reviewing process. But I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
I just have a quick question. Did you go through any sort of trial and error processes to decide what gestures were going to do what? Because I mean, you have a big canvas to play, so like, talk me through a little bit briefly. Obviously, like, was there an approach? Did you just random trial and error?
I mean, even before that, it was one of those things where.
Can you step closer to the microphone?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I realized there was a whole audience here. It was one of those things where you wish for a blank canvas job. You want this like dream job where nothing. It's a complete open canvas. We help design the industrial design of actually making the structure to the interface to like what do we even want to show? What's the purpose and who's our audience? Complete blank canvas job, but then you sit down and you say, oh shit, what the hell are we doing? What are we doing? And then you eventually have to get to work. So even before you like try and figure out what the gestures are, I guess that was part of where the design came from, which was what are our gestures?
Figuring out the limitations, absolutely. And I mean, it's not only just a blank canvas, it's a blank canvas in a relatively new medium, so trying to figure that out when you've expanded the human-computer interface, like now what do? We can literally do anything. So trying to figure out figuring out the right hardware to make it fast so it feels like an iPad when you're using it. A lot of large touch format things, they don't do that yet. The capacitive touch walls, they're a little sluggish. We got the hardware to the spot where we could do something like that. And then it took a lot of time just like poking around and messing with it and just like getting it to a spot, putting it up there. The keyboard probably took the longest just to like make sure that worked right and you could like toss it and dock it and didn't accidentally like hit the S key when you're like let go of the A key and move towards D, like things like that, which annoy you to so much. But when you do it right, it's a thankless job. It's just nobody notices.
Could you send some
you
notes
just
to
get
Apple?
generic applause. But then,
Could you send some notes to Apple?
Yeah, it was that was the first thing. It's like we love getting from A to B as quickly as possible. We want it now. We want it before we even touched it. So if there were too many steps in between, then what's the purpose? Yeah, and one quick thing, Jeff Stevens was not able to make it tonight, so this is one of our lead designers and programmers, Chris McKenzie.